Welcome back, everybody, to Sims Complete. I'm your host, Matt Sims, alongside Phil Sims, and today we are breaking down Caleb Williams, J.J. McCarthy, their pro days. We're excited to talk about these two quarterbacks, too, that, highly anticipated pro days. Everyone says, are they important? Do they question the validity of these pro days? Hey, as former quarterbacks and quarterback evaluators and people that really enjoy the position of the game and what it brings, as Big Phil always says, you can never just gather enough information on these quarterbacks leading up to the day of the draft. And I think for both of these quarterbacks, they did a really good job of really stabilizing where they're at, or maybe potentially improving themselves in J.J. McCarthy's case, because you can't really improve much more from pick number 1 for Caleb Williams. But, first initial reaction for Caleb Williams, big guy, and his pro day from this week.
Well, I'm smiling because we just tried to do this a few minutes ago, and I had a brain, whatever you want to call it.
It was a brain fart. Yeah.
Well, I didn't want to say that. I just forgot what the hell I was going to talk about. I said I wrote some notes, watched the workout. But, for Caleb Williams,
you're excited.
I thought the workout went really well. Was it a wow workout trying to show off? No. He was just doing what NFL quarterbacks you need him to do. Make all the routine throws, and we know he's going to make a few exceptional ones too. But just the movement, the easiness that he threw with, he's a big man. I think you've talked about this before. He might not be tall. He's 6'1", but he plays big. He plays tall. When you watch him at USC and at Oklahoma,
right?
Yeah, and he's got big shoulder. He's a big, strong guy.
Yeah, and
I thought the workout was really good. And really, that workout, let's be honest, it was for the Chicago Bears and to show everybody else. But I like these workouts by the quarterbacks. There's always something to learn. We get more information. And, I think if you had any doubts about Caleb Williams, yes, I thought the workout was fine. Like I said, he wasn't trying to make highlights in that workout. So maybe that last throw, I tried to measure it. I couldn't figure out how far it was, but it looked pretty far.
Couldn't quite tell how they filmed it, how far it was, but he definitely bombed it. It was an easy 60-plus yard throw, that's for sure.
Let me say this to you. But he's a natural. He was put – I don't want to say he was put on earth or born, but he's born to throw. He was born to throw. I mean, it's easy for him. And, he can, like we said, he can make all the routine throws. He's a machine, and he's going to make special ones too. But I think we saw that in that workout. Go ahead.
Yeah, and you raise a great point, because I feel like a lot of the scripted workouts, especially for most quarterbacks, you're trying to push the boundaries of like, well, look, he can also do these type of things. Right. He can move this way. He can contort his body to throw in the opposite direction, things of that nature. We've already seen a ton of that on film, live, in person, on the national spotlight, that Caleb Williams can do that stuff. And I think that's why, like, the general fan maybe view Caleb Williams' workout as very vanilla, because, just go back and watch the highlights. And all those highlights, all those great plays that he's made throughout his career, he doesn't have to display those in a workout, right? So I think what we really got to see was, you're right, just that standard old, like, hey, I can go under center, I can do the play action passes, even though I played in the shotgun my entire career, and I can really push the football down the field with tremendous ease, right?
Yeah.
And being relaxed. And I think that was the biggest takeaway that I had, right? As I noticed how strong and dense he looks, right, in that workout. But also, too, just like, throwing the ball is just so natural and easy to him. It is just night and day. I feel like when I watch him compared to some other high-profile top, end picks from years past, just how easy this guy makes it look. And you're right. The Bears, they were like, hey, how's it look? How's it look, everybody? All right, this is what you're going to be seeing the next few years, right?
Yeah.
This is our guy, So I think it was a great show, really, for everyone involved too, to just see that, this dude's for real, and it's very easy for him to throw the football and be dynamic that way.
Well, the one thing I want to say about him, I think his throwing motion is awesome. In other words, it doesn't vary. He just repeats it every single time. His arm angles, he never gets himself in trouble or whatever. And I think that's always important, that.
Right. No, and I agree, because like as a quarterback coach, I even said to my students this week too, I'm just like, listen, watch Caleb Williams' workout. And I'm just saying the technical way that he throws the football is so sound. He
Right.
doesn't overreach. He has great arm angle. He's always over his back foot. He's always driving from his back foot really easily. When he is in an awkward position, he does a great job of dipping his shoulder and throwing it sidearm and being relaxed and following through patiently. And I think this is where just like technically this dude, like you have said, man, God reached down and gifted him with the ability to throw that damn football. And it really was special to watch.
Yeah, well, listen, I'll never forget this. We were sitting here at the house, and you went to a high school football game that night,
Right. Yeah.
and you came home and said, "Hey, this quarterback for this other team that Don Bosco played was really good."
Yeah.
And it was Caleb Williams.
It was.
And you went down on the field. You wanted to meet him after the game, right?
I did.
Yeah.
And you know me, I am not that guy at all. I don't give a damn,
Right.
I mean, it doesn't matter who, but this was a kid that just for whatever reason, when I saw him play at high school, I just thought, man, this is for sure. He's not a Division I football player. This is a super talented Division I football player. And I really wasn't even aware that he was like a 5-star at that time or anything like that. I was just going to see my high school play against a really good football team, and I was gifted with being able to watch him. And the Bosco defense was playing great. But man, Caleb Williams, he made like one throw where he threw a missile about 6 feet off the ground, 20 yards down the field. I was like, woo, that was a pro. So, it really is amazing just kind of how I've seen him too from that moment on progress throughout his career.
Well, he was a junior when you went there to see him,
Yes.
or that night. He was a junior, so he finished this, went to Oklahoma, and I remember you talking about him at the, and you even said this to me. Wow, Spencer Rattler, man, it's going to be,
man.
It's going to be rough. You get two guys like that, and I think they both were probably 5-star recruits. Not sure, it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
but yeah, that just shows you how it can go. You can be the heir apparent, or you can be Spencer Rattler, and everything's great. You're at Oklahoma. The quarterbacks always play well there, and all of a sudden, Caleb Williams comes walking in. You're going, damn, okay.
Yeah. And really watching the pro day, it really did for me confirm. Yes, the Bears are making the right decision.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
They're doing best for themselves, the fan base, the team. Of course, they wanted to work out for Justin Fields, but moving on, Justin Fields giving an opportunity in Pittsburgh and now getting Caleb Williams. This was the right move ultimately for the Bears to invest their future of their franchise in this young man.
Look, it's such a talking point on TV about this. Look, it worked out great for Justin Fields. He's going to a team that will play a different style, whatever, that's really going to fit him. I know they're going to design a lot of plays for him down there, even if Russell Wilson is the starter, which I think he will be. But Justin Fields is going to get the action. There's no doubt. And Arthur Smith, Mike Tomlin, that team, how they play, whatever. So good for Justin Fields. Yeah. And I think Caleb Williams is walking into a pretty good place too.
I think so too. I really do. And that pro day just solidified it again too. Just, how easy he makes it look, both technically, physically, and the dude is ready to go. I think he's going to surprise a lot of people. I feel more confident about him as I did CJ Stroud a year ago, and I feel like both organizations are making the necessary moves to both help their young quarterback succeed sooner rather than later. So that's why I get excited for Caleb Williams and the Chicago Bears that way.